Two of the most storied programs in college lacrosse are set to battle on the final day of the regular season. Cornell has already clinched a spot in next week's Ivy League tournament. Meanwhile, the Princeton Tigers are still very much in the playoff hunt. It's the Tigers and the number 6 Big Red today at Sherrod Field. Hi, everyone. Alongside Dave Giancola, I'm Cody Chrusciel. Princeton against Cornell today. And Dave, two of the hottest teams in Division I lacrosse. Princeton salvaging their season, saving their season, winners of 4 in a row. The Cornell Big Red, meanwhile, their longest winning streak since 2014. They come into this one winners of 7 straight, and a lot on the line for both of these programs. These two teams, Dave, play for the Meistrel Cup. Last year it was Rutgers coming out on top in Piscataway on a day that was chillier than it is today. The wind chill made it feel like single digits up in Piscataway, and today the series shifts from a midweek game to the weekend. George Bond, the freshman, burst of speed up the center of the defense. There goes Bond, and he has his first career goal. The freshman not only charged with containing Jeff Teat defensively, doing it offensively, and the Tigers are back up. Here is Austin Sims, Major League Lacrosse draft pick last week, can really stretch out the defense.
This is where he's best.
On the run, fires and makes it 2-1 Tigers. Austin Sims taking over the team lead, his 32nd goal of the season for the Black and Orange. Inside a minute to go, here's Thompson. Passes up top, Sims for the tie, and he's got it. The senior with a fist pump. The Tigers come all the way back, and we're even at 14 with under a minute to go. To Sims, top of the box. Brown, the freshman, rings it home and makes it 5-2 Princeton. Chris Brown, the freshman out of Fairfield Prep, the reigning Ivy League Rookie of the Week. Scored in all 3 of his shots last week at Harvard, and he has his first of the day here against Cornell.
How about the lefty riser low to high?
Well documented, the Scarlet Knights last year, that 8-0 start, including a victory over Princeton right around this time last year. Tic-tac-toe out in front, and there's an early goal for Kieran Mullins, the sophomore. Here's Sowers, not matched up against Rexroad. Instead, it's the redshirt freshman Garrett Bullitt. Do have the pole on him, though. He'll play catch with Robertson. Working against Tolliver with the short stick. Pass out in front, and there's an easy first goal to tie it up for the Tigers. Emmett Cordray.
How do you stop that? Put up a roadblock.
McCarthy, a step on his man, dives around the crease and scores. It's 11-4 Tigers. Second of the day for Connor McCarthy. Great individual effort by the sophomore from Massachusetts. Top of the box. Here's Casey Rose dodging in. He goes right-handed and scores. Largest lead of the day for the Scarlet Knights, 8-5. Jordan bidding for his first of the season, really only plays on man up. Out in front, quick stick, Mullins, give him 4 and give the Scarlet Knights a 2-goal cushion. He had 4 last year against the Tigers in Piscataway. He has 4 today in Princeton. And it's scooped up by Charlie Terry, who's on the run. Here's Terry in transition, a bouncer, and give him his first career goal. The junior from Bronxville, New York, making it 14-7 Princeton here late in the 4th quarter. So Princeton awarded possession. Sam Bonafide will restart it with a 1-goal Princeton lead here in the 1st quarter. This is the 82nd meeting of the best rivalry in Ivy League lacrosse. These two teams combining to win 56 Ivy League titles. Nobody else has won more than 10.
It's a fantastic rivalry, and in a back-and-forth game like this, the reason I say the face-off X is so crucial and not some other parts of the field is because both teams can score. We know both teams can score, so who can score in succession? Who can play make-it-take-it lacrosse at the face-off X?
It's the question, how do you stop Michael Sowers? How do you stop Jeff Teat? You make sure they don't have the ball.
That's exactly right, as Sowers operates.
Sowers, Cordray, high over the crossbar. Crimmins there for the backup. Emmett Cordray, the junior, also out of Del Barton. See a lot of that in college lacrosse. High school teammates playing with each other and against each other at the college level. Here's Sowers. Defended by Pulver behind the cage. Sowers rolls topside. They slide on him.
What a
he's picked
step.
up by a short stick.
Fantastic step with that left foot.
Dan Bockelman, the short stick on Sowers. A good matchup for the Tigers. Looking for Robertson, pass knife down. Cornell comes away with it.
And both teams playing great defense inside, keeping sticks up in the passing lanes. We've seen passes knocked down in the crease on both sides of the field here.
What a day defensively by the defensive midfielder Dan Bockelman. He's been in and out of the lineup this year battling some injuries, but he's been back out there and he's caused a couple of turnovers.
He sure has, and Princeton playing with a ton of energy from a short stick defense perspective.
John Piatelli, the freshman, out there on attack for the first time. It's been him and Colton Rupp occupying that third spot on the attack alongside Teat and Peterson. Those two were high school teammates. We talked about that, some continuity. Those two high school teammates, their box lacrosse teammates over the summer. Peterson, a junior, Teat, the sophomore. And Teat still just isolated on the near side wing down to our right by George Bond, the freshman.
Well, we talked about it, Cody. The top scoring midfield line in the country is out there. So Teat, if he's not having a lot of success early, that midfield can draw attention and maybe free him up for later in the game.
Peterson out in front. Fletcher, and a save by Tyler Blaisdell. Foot race for the loose ball in the corner. Bond gets there, tosses it back in. What a play by the freshman. And another nice early save for Tyler Blaisdell on senior day. That's his second.
Bond having himself a day here in the first quarter, and then you add on his first career goal. What a day.
Talked about Teat and Sowers. It's been Bond and Bockelman on defense today, the story early on. 2:45 to go, first quarter. A little bit lower scoring than maybe we expected from two of the top scoring offenses in the country. Connor McCarthy, the sophomore midfielder. Big, tall right-hander, had his first career three-point day last week. He dives, flag flies. It'll be a push against Cornell, and the Tigers will go man up for the first time today.
It'll be a 30-second 6-on-5 opportunity for the Tigers as we take a look. Nice split dodge to get inside, brings it back to the right hand, and you see once he gets that position on the defense, there's really nothing to lose. It's either going to be a goal or a penalty.
Princeton has the top man-up unit in the Ivy League, sixth best in the nation, 51%. Last year up in Ithaca, they went man-up 8 times and were only able to score twice. They pulled the wrong Cornell player off the field. They pulled 44 off. That's Scott Flynn. The penalty was actually on Jake Pulver, the senior. Two-time All-Ivy League selection, second team each of the last 2 years. And now they send Pulver back out. And they bring Flynn back on, and actually they're going to call the penalty on Ryan Bray.
Penalty on the junior. Again, 30-second man-up opportunity for the Tigers. Brown will start with it on the far side of the field. Keep an eye on Sims right now in the crease, but Princeton may move around, set a pick, and try to get his hands free up top.
Here's Sowers all alone behind the cage in the 6-on-5. Gives it up and gets it back. Playing catch with Riley Thompson. One of the 9 seniors honored before the face-off today. Brown across the box looking for McKenzie, the man-up specialist. It's knifed down and taken away by Christian Knight.
Tough pass there. Really tight window trying to squeeze that one in. Nice defense by Cornell.
So Cornell stops the shot. The penalty expires. We're back at 6-on-6 with under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter and a 1-goal game. Cornell coming in, averaging just over 15 goals per game. That's tops in Division I. The Princeton Tigers 5th in the nation in scoring with 13.5.
And Cody, my eyes are just locked on that matchup inside. 51 in red against 17 in white. The talented sophomore Jeff Teat, the fantastic freshman George Bond for the Tigers. It's been a treat so far, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the way, but quite the matchup.
Cooper Telesco, first time we've seen him out there. The second midfield line out there for Peter Milliman's squad with 1:20 to go in the first. Here's Teat working on Bond. Williams shadowing. Teat trying to lower the shoulder. He gets tripled. He has it knocked away by Bond. And Bond comes up with a ground ball for the Tigers.
Good help by Chase Williams there, the short stick defender. Also a linebacker on the Princeton football team. No stranger to contact. That time just a stick check. Able to knock the ball free from the stick of Jeff Teat, and Princeton moves it into the offensive end.
Chase Williams recruited to Princeton as a football linebacker, as Dave said. He was a lacrosse walk-on, and he was the only defensive midfielder last year for Matt Madelon's squad to play in every game because that unit was just banged up.
And he does the small things so well, like clearing the ball. He can do it all on his own, and then just a high lacrosse IQ on the defensive end, as you saw on that last play.
Final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Princeton with a 3-2 lead, trying to tack onto it here. Riley Thompson taking over behind the cage as the quarterback. He's a senior who a couple of games ago went over 100 career points. Tried to swim inside, loses his footing, 15 seconds to go. Austin Sims has the ball knocked away, rolling towards the near sideline. Doria jousted it free. Ball still loose. Tigers have it. Here's McCarthy, gets behind his man and buries the shot with 2 seconds to go. What a downhill dodge by the sophomore Connor McCarthy to make it 4-2 Princeton. A lot of variables on that play leading to that goal.
How about the face dodge? Look at this. Dips down, brings it back up, and a nice overhand shot to the far side of the cage. Like you said, Cody, 1.7 on the clock, and Princeton notches another one.
Of the 6 players who are normally starters on offense for the Tigers, Connor McCarthy probably the one that you talk about the least, but he's coming off back-to-back 2-goal games. Brings a different element, that 6'4", 200-pound frame with athleticism.
And this goes for both teams here today, Cody. There's so much to worry about on the respective offensive ends. You think you have everything under the control, and then there's another player having a big game.
Final face-off of the first quarter. And we won't have a winner. First quarter in the books, and it's the Princeton Tigers. Not a must-win game, but they would like to come out with a victory on Senior Day, trying to extend their season to the Ivy League tournament. So far, so good for Matt Madelon and company. The Tigers doubling up the 6th-ranked Big Red, 4-2 here at Sherrod Field.